Well, I belong to a multimedia generation. Part of a group that's grown up with computers, cell phones, texting. Email is the form of communication we use most. Well, maybe besides that texting thing. Well, while in college, I took a course on the history of the Moravian Church because, well, my school was Moravian. So they were the ones that, they had this really cool tradition. It was called the daily text reading. And I decided to subscribe to the email version because, well, that was easy. 2 verses in your inbox every morning with a prayer, and you kind of read through it. But the history behind it was really neat because it was first published in 1731 in Saxony, and it grew out a spiritual renewal of the Moravian Church. I feel like it's kind of like the Book of Faith initiative we're doing now. And, the biblical texts for the everyday continue the tradition. They're chosen in Herrnhut, Germany, and then sent around the world to those who prepare the different language versions. In this edition, the hymns are chosen and prayers written by Moravian clergy and laypersons from the U.S. and Canada. Each month is prepared by a different person or couple so that the prayers reflect the great diversity of devotion in the Moravian Church. There are about 1.5 million copies of the daily text, and it's published in over 50 languages and dialects around the world. Since I've been reading these verses every day for over 2 years now, I've truly made it a part of my daily routine. So much so that when I was asked how often I read the Bible, I kind of thought I didn't do it very often. Then I thought about it a little bit longer and realized I read it every day. So, it was kind of a neat realization that even though I necessarily didn't think about it, I was still getting it. And some days it came through a little more than others. And then the days that I'd read it thoroughly, and I'd reread it, I'd read it again, and leave it in my inbox. At the end of the day, I'd come back to it. Because sometimes it was one of those verses that just captures your attention. It's something that, you're experiencing today, which is crazy because they didn't know me when they wrote it. They don't know what I'm going through. And to still read this prayer and go, wow, these are really the words I kind of needed to hear. I needed to pray. God needed to hear these. It's kind of shocking. But that's how the Word of God is. You don't expect it. You can't predict it. It's there, though. You can always turn to it when you need to. The small change in my daily routine has made a huge impact on how I start my day. It has allowed me to focus on God in the beginning and to keep these verses in mind as I continue throughout the challenges I face every day. It's also something powerful about the community of believers that I know are reading the same passages and praying the same prayer as I do at some point during the day. Those days that I don't get a chance to read the daily text reading, like this morning, I often feel like there's something missing, as if there's no focus or no direction to what I am attempting to accomplish at work and in life. While reading the Bible via email may be a very contemporary idea, it is the most efficient and effective way for me to keep the Word as part of my life. Even as I utilize email for daily use, I still have a Bible I pull off the shelf regularly, whether it's to reread one of my favorite passages, which I bookmark with these little strings you get as a counselor, and I have all my campers knot them when I worked at Luther Ridge or Luther Rock. I put them in there to mark those passages from those summers. Then I have highlights from classes I took. There's sheets of stickers from the people sent me while I was working. There's notes from confirmation. There's so much in there. I don't know, it's got a little zipper case to it so I don't lose it all. And even though I like this physical Bible, there's something about it. But, you gotta have both. I'm definitely one of those people who likes to have the technology, the hard copy, and put them together. So the Bible, it's truly a story of my present, my past, my future, kind of like last night's discussion, and something I turn to as a powerful resource. In this day and age, making time in your life for reading the Bible has become easier, I think. But focusing on its importance has become more challenging as you get thrown all the different things in the multimedia. Whether it's in the news, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, there's so many distractions from the Word of God. You have to focus in. And mine might be through email, but there are different ways for everyone. So I combine the best of both worlds so I can continue to grow and dwell with the Word of God.